Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I want to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about removing yourself from triangulated situations. You know what I'm saying? The best ways to try to not leave confusion and chaos in the middle of the process while you're trying to get out of a triangulated situation. Because we already understand when we're dealing with the opposition that there will be a lot of triangulation in the process, whether they triangulating with you with your siblings, you know what I'm saying, with your friends. They could be triangulating. It could be a parent triangulate you with the other parent, you know what I'm saying. The job, you got employees triangulating you, you know what I'm saying. And then you also have your spouses who will triangulate you, you know what I'm saying. They'll have you in the middle of some stuff that'll definitely get to you. And the thing is, when you start falling into these triangulated situations and they start really taking effect on you, you'll realize that it will hurt you financially, physically, spiritually, you know what I'm saying. And it's a triangle, so it's set up for it to be a cycle until somebody removes themselves from that process. And the thing is with the triangulated situations, like as far as even how unhealthy they are, you know, because it's being used in an unhealthy, demonic manner. We're not talking about triangulating somebody in the best possible light you can triangulate in, you know what I'm saying, where there's building and ideas and all these things happening. No. We're talking about somebody triangulating you, meaning they're using this person against you over here. This person is talking about you over here. It's a constant situation and this thing going on and around out here. So being in the middle of these places, right, while you're being triangulated, you'll realize like it'll kind of start off really confusing and a hard hit, because it's like, oh shit, how did this person know this, or blah blah blah, or why is this person discussing this with me, or why did this person mention this person, you know what I mean? So if you don't get to the root of it, you'll find yourself being in positions where now you're spending extra finances to kind of either stay out the house, stay out the way, or you just indulge in spending more into your own things that you actually enjoy doing. So we all know that anything that's good for you can also be, you know, unhealthy and bad for you. So too much of anything can be bad for you. So maybe you getting yourself into a space of overindulging, or you may have them also manipulating your financial situation, you know what I mean? So it's multiple things that could be happening with your finances in that process, whether it's you doing it or whether it's other beings doing that to you. So when I was twisted up in one of these triangulated situations, because it's multiple, you already understand when you're dealing with the opposition, you are going to be mixed up. It's just, that's confusion. That's part of their tactics. I had to address the situation. You know, it was only so much avoiding I could do, you know, because when I think about my first triangulated situations I was having, and it was just, I'm one of them beings that, because it's my spouse, I'm not like, I wasn't intentionally harming her. I'll do things to, like, you know how some people smoke cigarettes, they don't really care for them, but they'll smoke them just because they know that's more harmful to themselves than them intentionally going out hurting other people. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between hurting somebody that hit you or did something to your family opposed from you just going out your way to do it, especially when you know you're physically stronger or capable of doing it. So, but being mixed in those situations, for me, that was one of the things that I had to do, was I had to address the situation. I had to address both entities on different times and occasions. You know, my spirit told me to, all right, address your being first, you know, the one that's closest to you, that one that has the most familiar spirit with you, the one that you've been around the longest. Address that one first, you know. So, and even after addressing that one, I made sure that it was a let go, because I was already being triangulated for a long time. And when you're in a triangulation, you realize, like, before you get out, you've already been double dutching for a while. So, you know, you remove yourself, and I remove myself from that one, but it was still also another piece that, you know, the enemy's gonna do what they do. But you have to break the ties spiritually yourself, so that way they don't still have a hold on you, or you're not feeling bothered by, oh, if they said something this time, or if they said something that time, or or if they are going to say something or do something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's always going to be the case when you mixed up in one of them triangulation situations. And you're going to have to address the other being depending on how connected you are to them. Depending on how connected you are to them, because in a triangulation situation, it's always going to be one really close to you, and then the other one is not going to be as close to you as the other one. And even that goes for even if you don't give a fuck about either one of them is still going to be closer to you than the other one. So, and that's how you ended up in the process. But when you in that place and you find yourself being triangulated and you're trying to figure out, how the hell do I get up out of this space? Acknowledge first what's happening. Look at your steps that you're taking. Look at what you're actually doing, how you're responding and reacting to the triangulation situation. Because if you're in one, you're definitely going to experience another one down the line. So the better you figure out how to grasp the concept and manage in one of these situations now, the better it's going to be in the long haul in the future. So for me, my self-awareness was key right away. It was like, all right, I know that I am overindulging in what I really love doing. I really shouldn't be doing it that much. Okay, now I'm self-aware. Now, all right, why am I doing this? Okay, because I got a little bit of cloud up here in my spiritual realm due to 1, 2, 3, 4 situations. And all of a sudden, now I done got this cloud moved away from me. So now it's not as much confusion because I done came up with an answer or solution. But the thing is with the triangulation, because I had one of my subscribers basically ask about this topic, and it's like, it's tough once it hits you financially, because once you get hit financially, it's like having a baby. It's no takebacks. You took that hit. You just have to wear it, and the only thing you can really do is like try to pull yourself into the best energy possible. Keep all your chakras aligned. You know what I'm saying? Try not to have as many distractions around you. Try to stay focused on solutions and answers and solutions and answers. So I done been in spaces where I done took some financial hits too, just being in a triangulated fucking gang stalking situation. And it's like, all right, well, I learned that time, so next time when I get around this space or this energy, I know how to properly manage my energy, and I know how to respond accordingly. And even outside of responding accordingly, now I know that, okay, if I catch myself overindulging or doing something within myself and to myself, then I know the reason and I know how to counter it right away before, it goes too far into an overindulgence. You know what I'm saying? Some people might like to buy water, and then all of a sudden they're getting triangulated, they're in this confusing space, they don't know what to do, and they keep buying more water. Now you done spent more money on more water than what you normally do, and it's like, I didn't have to spend that much money on water. You know what I'm saying? I could have kept it around my regular budget price, but because you was in this other space, you was trying to figure out something else to put in that time and space. And we're spiritual beings having a human experience, so we're gonna do something that we like to do or like to indulge in. That is just how we flow, And unless we're getting super influenced to do something else we don't like to do, then we're really not going to. That's just how we operate. So being mindful of the triangulation situations, because you will get triangulated. Sharing information, not sharing information, is still going to happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual war out here, so you're going to have the opposition using the triangulation as their tactic to kind of wrap you up. Every kind of angle that they can kind of put you in a weird space to keep you confused or feeling lost, or like you have a lot of questions, and it's questions about shit that's not even productive. Like, why are you diving into this space to want to figure out all these things about this over here, or this being an entity, when you already have the answers? That's how they get you. Now you done spent an hour, 2 hours in your spiritual world, confused and frustrated, trying to figure out why this being do it, why they say that, why are they acting like, why are they caring like this? And then now you're over here putting yourself in their shoes, like, okay, well, if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't have responded this way. I wouldn't have reacted this way. Or I wouldn't have did it that way. You know what I'm saying? So look at how much time and energy that take up and consume. Even if you don't give a fuck about the beings and the triangulations and you didn't give them a reaction in real lifetime, you know what I'm saying? Or even a response in real lifetime. And that is the purpose of it, you know? It's their job to kind of keep us confused, destroy us, weaken us, do all these little tactics that they possibly can, you know what I'm saying? But you know when somebody is being organic with you, you know when somebody is being genuine with you, you know what I'm saying? It's an overall package. It's an overall package when you get it, you know what I'm saying? You can feel it, you can see it, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole overall package when it comes to you. I was saying that with somebody else earlier today. I was discussing, and sometimes I be talking so much that I be forgetting what be coming through. And it was like, I had mentioned something about packaging and how you can go get an item or a product and you don't always know how you're going to wrap it, but you know that you're gonna wrap it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe it's somebody's, you know, birthday, solar return. It could be any kind of holiday or a holy day. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one you want to call it. It could be any one of those things where you get a present and you wrap it and then you present it to the being. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing is with us out here communicating and doing all of this. Our communication, you know, the substance is supposed to be the item within. And then the wrapping is how we articulate it outwardly. They aren't really ready for how we're always steps ahead of them. So just be mindful when people are trying to triangulate you and gaslight you, that it's just all part of the opposition tactic. And then you know that both of them beings is clearly over here on this playbook. They not over here in this playbook, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't want to run it up too long, you know what I'm saying? Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.